So, it's been a little while since I've done one of these videos. This will be round 3 of the Glasgow Regional that was back in February. So I did say I would put my entire season onto YouTube, and I'm still going to commit to that before Worlds, but I'm altering it just very slightly. I'm going to put my entire points earning season onto YouTube, because there was, I think, 2 or 3 Premier Challenges that I didn't earn any points from. So I'm no longer going to put them onto YouTube, but I am going to put 2 more regionals worth, or 1.8 regionals worth, because I've already got 2 rounds of this Glasgow one up. So I've got this Glasgow one, and I've got the Longjumeau regionals, and that's probably not how it's pronounced, but it was near Paris. I've got that regional to put up as well. So the Glasgow one, I have got it, I have got the Swiss rounds captured. I don't know what I'm going to do about the top cut, and also the, let's call it the Paris regional so I don't mess up the name of Longjumeau, but yeah, I will try and get them captured. If not, I will webcam them. But my aim is to get all of the battles done before Worlds, so everything will be on my channel before Worlds. All my points, all my 921 points, with the exception of Nationals, because that was done in a report. I couldn't recreate that. And there was also the Sutton Coldfield Regionals, where I bought pretty much a joke team as well, and I didn't get any points from that. I went 4-3 with that, and it would be nice to put those onto the channel, but I don't have a capture card. It's a little bit awkward, but I do have this. Let's just get on with this. I've rambled a bit too much, but I am going to try and have all of this Swiss round in one video, because I want to get it all out the way before Worlds, and if I had separate videos for each one, it would take too long. So I'm just going to go right into it. Basically, it's been, what, like 6 months? 5 and a bit months? So I actually have no idea what I do in these matches. Maybe, like, I may remember 1 or 2 moves here and there, but basically I'm going to commentate over it, because I'm not sure what I do. So Gengar and Kyogre versus Thundurus and Crest. Now I know that he had a Groudon. Yeah, he does have a Groudon, I can remember that. So the Thundurus does threaten my Kyogre with a Thunderbolt, so basically I want to protect and switch to Togetic, yes, okay. So, because now, yeah, he's going for helping, it's the Helping Hand Thunder Life Orb, isn't it? Yeah. So, I'm protecting my Kyogre, so now, next turn I'll be able to redirect with a Follow Me and then get a full powered Water Spout, because no one really switches in a Groudon on a Rayouga, because I could easily switch out the Togetic into my Rayquaza. The Thunder could miss if I do that, and then if he switched in his Groudon, it would get KO'd. So I do get Follow Me. Thunder is going to KO the Togetic, yeah. Like, I'm pretty sure I survive. Not a Helping Hand boosted one, but the Helping Hand is enough to take out my Togetic, but now I do get a full powered Water Spout, because I preserved all my HP. It is Life Orb, so it's definitely gone from the Water Spout. And the Crest should take about half. Okay, a little bit over half. That was about 60%. Okay, so that would mean that I would be able to KO the Crest even in Airlock, because it should do about 40%, and it's done about 60%. So I bring in Gengar. Okay, so if I'd have brought in Ray there, then that would probably be better. Okay, I skill swap expecting the Groudon. That makes some sense. But I think the Ray would have been better than the Gengar here, because then I could have just Water Spouted the Crest and Dragon's Ascended whatever was in the other slot. And since it was a Ferrothorn, the Gengar was not the right switch. So Water Spout is enough to KO the Crest. It was still in the rain because I went for the skill swap rather than the Airlock, but I'm like looking at that damage now. Airlock would have been enough to KO the Kyogre. The Gyro Ball, okay, so he's not attacking my Kyogre, maybe to the Protect. That does bring me down to my Sash. I had put my team report out at this point, because this is the same team that won the Wakefield Regional, so I assumed that everyone knew all my moves and all my sets. So I'm going to Protect from the Fake Out, but he's not Mega Evolving, so that's a scrappy Fake Out. Yeah, okay, so that's taking out the Gengar, and then he would just Grass Move into my Protect, and now it's just Rayouga versus Kang, Ferrothorn, so I should win that. So, oh, okay, Gyro Ball, that's interesting. There wasn't no Grass Move, so I've got a Fire move. He knows that I've got a Fire move. Surely that Ferrothorn protects, and he attacks my Ray with the Kang, because he needs to take out the Ray, and then the Ferrothorn can beat the Kyogre one-on-one. So I'm pretty sure I attacked the Kang here, predicting the Ferrothorn protects. Oh, and it doesn't protect, does it? I'm pretty sure. So I'm going to... Yeah, he's going to Mega Evolve as well, so we're going to have to go through all those animations. But I'm pretty sure I Dragon's Ascent the Kang, and it doesn't knock out. But he attacks my Kyogre instead. I'm pretty sure that's what happens. Oh, it's a Sucker Punch. Okay, that's even more interesting. Like, maybe he expected my Life Orb Dragon's Ascent to KO the Kangs, because, like, this can KO Kangs. It's definitely a roll. And if he's got any sort of bulk, he can easily live. But maybe he expected me to just KO his Kang with the Dragon's Ascent, and he didn't expect the overheat. Yeah, it doesn't KO. So he didn't expect the overheat onto my Ferrothorn, which, looking back, was definitely the better play. Because if he attacked my Ray, he would have knocked it out because of my minus drops, and then the Power Whip would have probably... I think my spreads maybe lived Ferrothorns. But yeah, like I Water Spouted just to ensure the chip onto the Kang in case it didn't knock out. So Power Whip is going to be enough to get... Oh yeah, because I'd taken Sucker Punch chip, yeah. But now I definitely win because I don't even need to overheat. And I can just Dragon's Ascent the Ferrothorn. Okay, he is going to protect, but the game is over now. I don't need to risk the overheat. So that was interesting. That final turn, because I got the prediction wrong of the Ferrothorn not protecting, he could have taken that if he didn't Sucker Punch. So that's quite interesting looking back. Because basically, it's been quite a few months, so I'm going to be looking on this very critically. Because the point of this is to learn for everyone, including me. So if I can look back and look over all my mistakes, because that was probably a mistake. Attacking the Ferrothorn would have made more sense, because a return wouldn't have knocked out if I went for the fire move onto the Ferrothorn. I didn't get the drops from Dragon's Ascent, and then his Kang wouldn't be able to take out my Ray, and then the Kyogre would be able to take out the Kang, because he wouldn't be attacking the Ray, and Water Spout, well, actually no, it wouldn't be in the range, so it may not knock out, but it would put him in any other attack KO range. And then if he attacked the Kyogre, then I still live, and then nothing happens. He's wasted his Protect. Then I can protect the Kyogre, overheat the Ferrothorn. He can still not KO my Ray because there's no drops, and then I can double into the Kang for the win. So that's how it should have gone, but apparently I made the wrong prediction and I got bailed out. This match was on stream as well, so that was quite lucky. I didn't get the loss there when I actually really easily could have done. So let's move on to the next match, because I'm going to have all of the matches, or all of the Swiss rounds in this video. So this was game 3. This is game 4, and it's against, how do you pronounce it? Andre? I'm going to go with Andre, I'm sorry if that's wrong, but I'm pretty sure he was rocking a Ditto. Was this the Ditto guy? I think this was like Big D. D being the Ditto. So, Raichu Gengar against Talonflame Kang, okay. He goes straight for the Brave Bird, so I don't fake out either. And he didn't Mega Evolve his Kang, so he was expecting the fake out onto the Kangaskhan with Raichu. But I'm pretty sure I'm attacking with Volt Tackle to take out the Talonflame, and Skill Swap would make sense onto the Kang, because that's what I normally do. It's going to be Sucker Punch, which fails on the Skill Swap, yeah, but he didn't Mega Evolve, so I don't still... Oh, okay. That's interesting. Why didn't I Volt Tackle the Talonflame? Like, I get Gale Wings off it, so now... There's probably Speed Ties everywhere apart from the Kang, and I nuzzle the Kang, okay. That's interesting, because I would have thought Volt Tackle and Skill Swap would have been a better play, but... that's quite interesting. So, Kangaskhan's going to switch out, so he preserves his Fake Out, and in comes the Ditto. This is the play, because I had changed the Lightning Rod. I told everyone that I was static, but I changed the Lightning Rod, and I knew there was a Ditto, so I didn't go for the Electric move, because I'm pretty, like, it seemed that he didn't know about my Raichu. But, yeah, I went for the feint. I don't know, like, I probably should have switched out there, actually. Like, I thought that was really stylish predicting the Ditto switch, but that feint did nothing. I should have switched out. But then I'd have switched out into one of my, either my Kyogre or the Ray, and then he would have got, copied them with the Ditto. So actually staying in and sacking the Raichu like that was probably better. And it's, like, almost certainly a Scarf Ditto. And the Talonflame does KO itself to Recall. That's interesting. Okay. So I think I'm in a good position now, because we've got Kang, Raichu, then Gengar, and I'm going to bring in my Ray. Okay, that's... yeah, can't bring in Kyogre against a probable Scarf Raichu, so Ray would make the most sense. And he is paralysed with this Kang as well, so I still should probably Skill Swap. Oh, I could Skill Swap the Raichu here, actually, because then that takes the Lightning Rod. And I got Nuzzle Chip onto the Kang, so Dragon's Ascent almost certainly will knock out if it's got no bulk. So I should Skill Swap the Raichu, but then I still take a Volt Tackle because it's going to be Scarfed. And have I broken the Sash on the Gengar? So I should probably protect the Ray. Oh, I just Icy Wind, okay. Wait, no Scarf? Did I Icy Wind last turn or did I miss that? I'm pretty sure I Icy Winded then, and went for the Speed Tie. That's what I'm assuming, because I missed the last turn whether I Icy Winded or not. It's just going to be Scarf Nuzzle, okay. And I did get brought to my Sash, okay. Oh, the Brave Bird. I was not paying attention that turn, apparently. But Gengar goes down. Dragon's Ascent with the Nuzzle chip should knock out this Kangaskhan. I'm pretty sure it would. Like, looking at the turns left, this should knock out the Kangaskhan. Oh, yeah, like, it had taken even more chip because of the Icy Winds, so yeah, definitely a KO. So he's got a probable Scarf Nuzzle, and What would he have in the back? Xerneas or Groudon? One of them. So I've got Kyogre. Okay, so if it's Groudon, I'm going to win. It's Xerneas as well, okay. So I do outspeed Xerneas, but he can just nuzzle my Raichu. No, because he's got 2 drops, so he doesn't outspeed me. So Kyogre would also outspeed his Raichu now, because I've got 2 Icy Wind drops. So Dragon's Ascent Water Spout would win. I'm pretty sure. Like, assuming it's Scarfed, and I'm pretty sure it's Scarfed. The Raichu will definitely go down. And Dragon's Ascent. Okay, so he doesn't even protect. So this will do a lot to the Xerneas. He's probably going to do a last-ditch Geomancy, but Dragon's Ascent plus Water Spout at full HP through a Geomancy is probably... I think it's still a KO. Yeah, it will be at that range. So I should go before the Raichu, because of the Icy Winds. Nice, yeah, so that will be a double knockout. Because I can see that that's the last turn. So yeah, that's a double knockout. So that was quite cool. Predicting the Raichu switch. Like, I thought it was really cool to begin with. Then just looking back at it now, I thought, well, why did I feint? That did nothing. I might as well have switched. But then, actually, he would have copied a Ray or a Kyogre, so that did actually make the most sense, sacking off the Raichu like that. So that was nice looking back at that. So now I'm 4-0 in the tournament, so that was the end of Game 4. This is Game 5 against Joshua Penny, who I believe went on to top cut the Glasgow Regional. I'm pretty sure he did. So he's got, I think he's got the big C being Crobat here, actually, I think. I can't remember exactly, but given that I led off Raichu Gengar, that's probably quite likely. Gengar can definitely threaten with the Icy Wind here. I can't fake out the Crobat, but I can threaten with an instant knockout. Is that going to be a Groudon? That's going to be a Groudon, okay. So he didn't want to take the Icy Wind with the Salamence, but I'm pretty sure I should Icy Wind. Ooh, do I nuzzle? I shouldn't nuzzle, because the Crobat's probably got a Lumberry, but if I... Actually, no, Nuzzle would probably be better, because then he doesn't get a free switch into something to make use of the Tailwind that he's definitely going to get up. So I should Nuzzle instead of Volt Tackle to take out the... Oh, okay, I fake out the Salamence. Okay, that also works, because that's probably a Lumberry on the Crobat, so that stopped the Salamence from moving anyway, so I either Icy Wind or Skill Swap here. Icy Wind, yeah, because if I'd have Skill Swapped... Oh, I missed the Groudon. That's not so big because he got the Tailwind, but that would be crucial in a few turns. So now, yeah, I've got to switch out into Ray. That would make the most sense, yeah, because then I avoid any sort of ground moves. If he goes for an Eruption, then the Airlock reduces the damage on the Gengar. Nice prediction there, that was nice. But that was breaking a Raichu Sash as well, but yeah, it was probably predicting the Sash. And if I'd have still been static, I could have got the Paralysis on the Crobat. So now the miss on the Groudon was crucial, because if I'd have hit the first time, then Gengar would have outsped this turn. So that was actually quite big. Okay, I'm going to switch out again. Do I go into Raichu or to Kyogre? No, surely I go to Kyogre because I've got 2 Pokemon that are off the ground. If I switch to Kyogre, he can't use any of his fire moves. He could Rock Slide. That's the worst case scenario. And if he Super Fangs my Kyogre again, that's not so good because then my Water Spout is reduced. But this switch does make sense because he's surely not going for a ground move. The worst case should be a Rock Slide. Taunt onto the Gengar, okay. Oh, onto the Ray, okay. That's interesting. So I do get... Oh, I do outspeed this Groudon. That's interesting. Because that was only 1 Icy Wind in Tailwind. So this would be a slow Groudon. Maybe... I can't remember if he had Trick Room stuff in the back, but Crobat is going to go down now. And it's just going to be Flamethrower, so that was a nice switch. So he's got 1 more turn of Tailwind. So he does outspeed my Salamence here. Right, he shouldn't go for the ground move on my Gengar. So I could Skill Swap the Salamence, and then he can't knock out my Gengar with Salamence because he'll only have normal moves unless he has Draco. But Icy Wind would probably make more sense because his Tailwind's about to run out, and he's going to protect to waste his last turn of Tailwind, so that's acceptable. He will outspeed me next turn, but yeah, Icy Winds. So if I'd connected with the Salamence, then it would have been slower than me, and I would have been able to take him out. So do I Water Spout or do I Scald? I should probably Water Spout, yeah, because he could have Double Edged, but if he Double Edged, then I Icy Winded him, and then Ray and Gengar would probably win together. And if he didn't, if he went for Hyper Voice, and because he was special, then Water Spout would still knock out the Groudon. Now Tailwind's gone, hasn't it? I'm pretty sure it has. Now I do threaten a Sludge Bomb onto that Xerneas. Now, would he protect the Xerneas? Got to Double Edge onto Kyogre, so I'm probably Sludge Bombing the Xerneas, because I will live a Double Edge. And if he goes for Geomancy, a Sludge Bomb plus Scald. Oh, okay. So I predict the Geomancy. That was quite risky, because Sludge Bomb plus Scald. Okay, I'm attacking the Salamence. I guess the Salamence had just protected, so the Ice Beam was very safe, unless he Double Edge and Moonblasted me. And then Taunt wasn't so good, so I think I should have Sludge Bomb there. Because a Sludge Bomb would put him in extreme speed range, yeah, so that's the end of that game. So, yeah, Taunt probably wasn't the best play there. I think I should have Sludge Bombed. I agree, I think Ice Beam was probably the better play because he had Protected. The only way that could have gone wrong was a Double Edge, and I'm pretty sure I'd live a Dazzling Gleam. So a Double Edge and a Moonblast onto Kyogre, but then the Sludge Bomb would put the Xerneas in extreme speed range as the Kyogre got knocked out, and then I can extreme speed the Xerneas as I skill swap the Salamence, and then the Salamence theoretically can't touch me unless it's got Draco. And then he can only target one Pokemon at a time, and then I'll be able to win with Icy Winds. Yeah, 2 Icy Winds at single target would be a knockout. Maybe, no, I think even just a single target Icy Wind might be a knockout. So, yeah, looking back, I should have Sludge Bombed the Xerneas rather than taunting. Because if he Moonblasted, that taunt was completely wasted. So, that's something to improve on. So that was game 5, I believe. So, I'm 5-0 at this point. I'm almost certainly cut because there were 7 rounds of Swiss. So, 5-0, I don't think you can not cut even if you go 5-2. So, that was really nice. So that was game 5. And this is game 6 against Jeremy Manting on stream. So I think he was running pretty much exactly, not quite because he's got a Salamence instead of a Mawile, I think, but like it was a dual Primal Bronzong team, I'm pretty sure. So this looks like quite a good lead for me. He does intimidate my Raichu, but a Volt Tackle will still take out the Talonflame. And I can Icy Wind the Salamence. But he can just protect, and then he's faster than both of my Pokemon, so I should probably feint the Salamence. Because he should protect, so I should feint the Salamence and Icy Wind, and then, oh, he doesn't, I do feint, but he doesn't protect, so that was a nice read from him. So, Brave Bird and Hyper Voice will knock out my Gengar. Like, it definitely will, but I will still probably get an Icy Wind onto both the Pokemon, and then I can bring in something in the back that will outspeed the Salamence, and then I can Volt Tackle the Talonflame. So, I should probably, like, my Gengar will go down here. I do connect with both Icy Winds, so that's good. So, and the Talonflame is now in extreme speed range with my Ray, like definitely. I think it does like 60% with Life Orb, although I haven't used Life Orb Brave for so long now. I've forgotten all the calcs, but yeah, he does Hyper Voice. Rather than having like Tailwind on his Salamence, he should have that on Talonflame. And Gengar does go words. Gengar does go down. Not really a tongue twister, but got my tongue in a twist anyway, so he's going to protect his Salamence. So I should be Volt Tackling the Talonflame and Dragon's Descenting the Salamence, but he does Quick Guard and Protect, so that's quite interesting. Oh, I do Extreme Speed. That was weird, because the Salamence does underspeed me. I guess I didn't want to take a Brave Bird, because Extreme Speed and Volt Tackle is a KO, but he should switch into his Groudon, because he should want to get his speed back up with his Salamence. I think the switch to Groudon makes a lot of sense, but that's interesting that that turn I didn't predict the Groudon switch. I should do it now, because most people, after they effectively double protect, it was a Quick Guard, but effectively a double protect, they adjust to what you've just done, and now I should adjust to what he should adjust to. So I should Dragon's Ascent that Groudon, and I should Volt Tackle the Talonflame, even though that's not what I did last time, and I could take a Brave Bird because of that, I still should Dragon's Ascent the Groudon. So let's see what I did, because I can't remember, it was ages ago. And okay, so I do Dragon's Ascent. That's good. That was a good play from me. He does get Tailwind. That's a good play from him as well. Like, I could have Extreme Speeded. But Volt Tackle does go into Talonflame. Even at -1 in the Strong Winds, it should knock out the Talonflame. Yeah, it does. And then Dragon's Ascent onto Groudon. Oh, it'd be nice if I had Waterfall, but I don't. But I had Overheat on this one because I needed it for the team. Dragon's Ascent, that was a nice play from me. So it is going to connect to the Groudon. It will do a nice chunk. It's usually a 2-hit KO. And yep, easily a 2-hit KO. I'm pretty sure it's always a 2-hit KO actually, because I haven't used Ray in so long, but yeah, it should be. So now Salamence comes back out. He's got his Tailwind though, so that's really awkward for me, because he can double edge my Ray. Oh, he is in extreme speed range. Oh, I predicted Protect on the Salamence. That was not right. Oh, do I feint the Groudon? Feint would be a good play. That should... No, I'm Intimidated. That shouldn't knock out the Groudon. Oh, it's not quite enough. So I predicted the Protect on the Salamence. Oh, but he predicts the Protect on my Ray. All the mind games that turn. So it does take out my Raichu. It's interesting he didn't Double Edge though, because Double Edge would knock out Raichu from there. And now he has got -2 special attack, so Rock Slide. Ah, I remember. Yep, it missed. That was really bad for him. Now, I had Dragon Scented, but the Strong Winds are up, so I should have lived. How much HP am I on? I should only have taken 2 Life Orb hits and no more damage. So I'm pretty sure I would have still lived the Rock Slide. And the Salamence, both of them are in extreme speed range now, aren't they? So, I'm going to double protect to scout his protect. That would be a good play. That's a good play. I like that. Like, that Rock Slide was pretty big, but I don't know how big it's going to be coming into it, like, playing out for the rest of the game. It's just going to Rock Slide and Double Edge. Okay, so now I have to predict which one he's going to protect, and I'm pretty sure I get it wrong. I'm pretty sure I Extreme Speed the Salamence. I'm pretty sure. Yeah, Extreme Speed the Salamence. He is going to Rock Slide, and now I live with the Ray. I know I live with the Ray. I live with 19, don't I? Yeah, because I have one more Life Orb hit in me without getting KO'd. So the miss with Rock Slide was actually crucial because I got the Extreme Speed wrong. If I'd have Water Spouted, that wouldn't have made that much difference, actually. So I probably should have Water Spouted in case he went after my Ray, but yeah, that was pretty crucial. And Tailwind did just go out, didn't it? So I can protect my... because his Salamence is protected, and I will live a Double Edge. I should protect my Ray and Ice Beam. Or Water Spout, actually. Because he's on almost no HP, isn't he? I'm pretty sure. So I Extreme Speed... oh, okay. That's... like, I don't agree with that. I should have protected the Ray, because the Salamence had protected. I guess this is guaranteeing the knockout. But if he has Thunder on his Kyogre, then that's not good for me. Like, I do assume that I outspeed with Kyogre because it's really fast. And I should win one-on-one without him having Thunder. But it is a dual Primal. Oh, it's just Scald, so he wouldn't have Thunder. And he Scalded my Kyogre. He told me when he said this, when I survived with 1 HP, he thought Life Orb would take out my Ray. So that was quite fortunate. I think, looking back, I definitely should have protected and Ice Beams the Salamence, because if it, like, he can't knock out my Kyogre in one. The worst he could have done was Double Edged and Thundered, and then even then I wouldn't win one-on-one actually, because the Kyogre almost certainly would live a Dragon's Ascent. So maybe not completely the best play to protect the Ray actually. No, I should have Spouted, but that if he Double Edged, then I wouldn't have had enough HP. Almost certainly not to KO the Salamence with a Water Spout with the HP I'd have been left on. So I don't know, maybe that was the best play, Extreme Speeding overall, because he had protected. Like, the Extreme Speed was guaranteed, and then it was if he Ice Beams my Ray, then I definitely outsped, because we just saw that, and I always assume at that point that I outspeed the Kyogres, especially since I'm pretty sure he had the Bronzong. So I would have won one-on-one if he didn't have Thunder, but if he did have Thunder, then he would have won one-on-one, all the ones. But that's actually 6, so I'm 6-0 in the tournament now, 100% guaranteed top cut, even if I lose the next match. So that's pretty good. So that was game 6, and this is game 7. So this is the final round of Swiss, and it was against Joseph Richardson. Of course it was. So I was 6-0 at this point, he was 5-1, and I think that was his first loss of Swiss this year actually, because the first 2 regionals of the season he went undefeated in Swiss, so he did lose a round of Swiss in this tournament, and he has the potential to lose to me again, because it doesn't actually really matter if I lose. I'm pretty sure I make a less than optimal play just because I can. So I'm going to feint an Icy Wind. Okay, so this is exactly the same lead against Jeremy, isn't it? So I make exactly the same play. He doesn't protect very smartly. So and yes, that's what it was. I wanted to skill swap the Salamence. Like, Icy Wind is the better play, but I thought because I'd already cut, I wanted to take away the area late just for... I guess it was funny, because then he wouldn't be able to knock out my Gengar. I guess maybe learning from the previous match, because a Brave Bird, then a High Voice wouldn't knock out my Gengar. But he went for Tailwind this time instead of just a straight up Brave Bird. But Brave Bird will probably knock out my Raichu. Not quite. It will bring me down to the Sash, so he is forced to Draco my Gengar, which is quite funny. Now I can either Volt Tackle the Talonflame or Nuzzle the Salamence. I think I should Nuzzle the Salamence. He is going to... I always find that funny. Oh, he's going to Draco me too, my Raichu. That's better for him. But no, better for me, because I get an Icy Wind now. I should be getting an Icy Wind. I could, I guess, skill swap the Talonflame and get rid of its Scale Wings, but that's a bit pointless, because he's got Tailwind, so I should Icy Wind. I'm Sludge Bombing, okay. I guess that guarantees the knockout on the Talonflame, but still. I guess, like, I'm pretty sure I was playing differently just to try out some different things, because I had already cut. So... like, Icy Wind was still probably better. Because now he can Geomant, like, he can Draco my 1 HP Gengar. I love it when that happens. But he can Draco my Gengar and get his Geomancy. So I should still Water Spout. Because if I Ice Beam the Salamence, he just switches into Groudon. Though I will have my Ray. But yeah, I've got to Water Spout and I guess hope for a crit on the Xerneas here. So he's going to Draco my 1 HP Gengar, which is amusing. Definitely going to knock it out. I don't think I have enough Bolt to survive that. So Gengar goes down. He is at -4 with his Salamence, so he will be switching out next turn. So I could take advantage of that. He is going to Geomancy. Now I should Water Spout. I shouldn't Ice Beam. Because I need damage onto the Xerneas. And he outspeeds me anyway, so... Because then a Moonblast plus a... I think the Groudons were all special at that point, actually. So Moonblast plus Earth Power might have been a KO on my Kyogre. I can't remember. Because I haven't used this Kyogre in so long. I did Water Spout. That's good. So this does a lot... Whoa, that does a lot to Salamence. And a decent amount to Xerneas. So not quite an extreme speed range with the Xerneas. So I need to protect my Ray, put the Xerneas into extreme speed range, but he's going to predict that, isn't he? He didn't switch out his Salamence, which is quite interesting. Ooh, but I make a nice play. So that was actually pretty nice for me. So extreme speed in the Salamence. I didn't Mega Evolve. You don't want to Mega Evolve when there's a Groudon in the back. So we've seen Talonflame, Xerneas, and Salamence. We didn't see that there was a Groudon, but actually it should be it could be a Smeargle. Because I don't think he brings the Groudon against me in Top Cut. Spoilers. But yeah, still got his Groudon. I didn't Mega Evolve, so now I can Mega Evolve, maybe live a Moonblast and Earth Power and knock out the Groudon. And I kind of need to crit the Xerneas as well. What I should do is Extreme Speed the Xerneas and Water Spout. Like, oof, that's awkward actually. I think I still need to go for it. Like, Extreme Speed plus Water Spout is the only way out, surely. I guess an Extreme Speed crit is definitely a win, but yeah, I need to Extreme Speed Water Spout. And I can't remember what I did. Extreme Speed, nice. And it does go onto the Xerneas. It's not going to knock it out. No crits. Dazzling Gleam. Yep, Dazzling Gleam. That will knock out my Ray. And ooh, that's not in Earth Power range. Like, a Water Spout would win. Maybe. Maybe not against the Xerneas. It's going to be close. It's going to be Earth Power. Now, did I Water Spout? If I Scalded, I lose. If I don't Water Spout, I'd like... Yes, Water Spout. Does it KO the Xerneas? Oh! Does it KO the Groudon? I KO'd the Xerneas, doesn't it? No, no, not quite. Ah, oh, so close. So if that had been a KO, then I would have won that. And he's able to clean up with the Dazzling Gleam. So that was so close. Maybe that was a couple of rolls here and there. That Extreme Speed may have been a roll, like a lower roll. Like it was... Oh, it's gone. Well, that's iTunes for you. But yeah, that was close. That was really close. I shouldn't have skill swapped. That was just for fun. And Sludge Bomb and the Talonflame, I don't know, probably still should have Icy Winded. But there we go. That was the Swiss rounds. And I finished 6-1. I've definitely top cut. So I'm going to be moving on to the quarterfinals and onwards in that tournament. So thanks for watching.